Good job, good job. There you go. There you go. You got to work. There you go. Defense wins championship.
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I have right here?
Coach Nadir Ricks. I'm the head coach for Wilson Lady Tigers.
Coach Ricks, let's just pick up from last year. DCIAA runner-up. You also had the player of the year on your team last year. So how you feel about the overall success of last season? Even though the job ain't get done, but how do you rate the season?
Personally, I believe that we superseded all expectations. I think going in, I had an idea that we could compete. Did I believe we could go 13-0? I didn't believe that. I knew we could compete. I knew we'd be in the top 3. And so we exceeded, my expectations.
Gotcha.
While we didn't finish the job, but we competed. We definitely competed.
You all most definitely competed. You all was right there. You all had a shot. Speak about your coaching style.
So I have a very, I guess you could say, intense coaching style. It comes from my playing days.
Gotcha. I was about to say that.
It comes from my playing days. I just expect my players to go out there and give me everything. It's not about if you're going to make the basket or if you're going to make the pass, but if you give me 150% effort, I can help with all the other stuff. I need you to say, Coach, I'm going to run through a brick wall for me. I need you to be able to say, I'm going to get down and I'm going to do the dirty stuff. I'm going to get down, I'm going to play defense. Because I know defense wins championships.
Gotcha.
And so that was my style. That's been my style as a coach, and I'm going to continue that.
Got you. What's the Lady Tigers team's motto this year? What's our MO this year?
Well, we use this acronym, CTF equals S, and that stands for conditioning, teamwork, fundamentals equals success. And
I
so
like that.
this year, I'm kind of going back to basics. I got a young team, and so I'm kind of taking them back to basics.
Got you. I'm glad you said you got a young team. How do you get them to buy in when they so young? How you get them to to lock in and buy into the program and what, the acronyms you just said when they so young and some of them may not really know what they about to get into playing varsity basketball. So how do you get them to buy in?
Well, I committed this season to really focusing. I knew I was going to have a young group. I got a few pieces, a few transfers, a couple of surprises, but I went back to basics, and I explained to them that we got to crawl before we can walk, and they begin to buy in. I think the returning group, the impact of losing the championship, that, they came back hungry. And so having that group come back and the new group who, they're coming in with a lot of charisma, a lot of just desire to get better.
Gotcha.
And so my commitment to going back to the basics and really pointing out various different skills and breaking them down has really helped this group. And they've bought in the last 2 weeks since we've been practicing, and I'm really proud of this group.
Got you. Team goals this year?
Well, because we are young, inexperienced, with a lot of, developmental, the ceiling is really high. My expectations is that we're going to go out and compete. We're going to still be in the top 3. I think a lot of people are counting us out, but we're going to still be in the top 3. I can promise you that.
Gotcha.
The goal for me is to win 15 games. We got a real tough non-league schedule.
Okay.
Very tough non-league schedule.
Speak about the schedule.
We start out with Georgetown visitation. That's
Tough.
opening day. That same week, we'll see Sidwell Friends, we'll see Murray, and then we go down to Baltimore and we see Western, the number 2 seed. This is the toughest opening season that we've had. But I think when you have a young group and they don't really know, then they're not really, no expectations really.
Gotcha.
They got to go out and get you know, smacked around, and you know, I mean, they gotta, it's on the job training.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And we starting out like right off the bat. And so, you know, my whole focus is, you know, if we have tougher non-league, that's going to only make us tougher in our league.
So and in the States.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Got you. You spoke a little bit about the championship last year. So, like, how did that championship loss, like, affect you and your players? You said they came back hungry, you know, wanting to get back where they left off at. But, like, how did that affect your team overall?
It really affected them. I mean, we had, you know, exceeded everything, you know, in the regular season. We had the thriller at Dunbar. You know, we had players step up against Anacostia over there at Anacostia.
Tough environment.
Absolutely. And we was going in with a lot of confidence, But we did know that Dunbar, you know, because it was a tough game, we knew that they were going to bring their best. We knew that they were going to bring their best. You know, unfortunately, it was nothing, you know, physically that I can do as a coach to go out there and win it for. And it hurt. You know, those players that came back, that's all they talked about. You know, what they could have done different. You know, how they could have contributed. Our end of the game, our end of the year meetings. They talked about what I'm going to do in the off season, coach. You know, because I want, you know, to get better, and I want, you know, us to bring back the championship. You know, and I want to do it for you, and I want to do it for me. And so by it being a young team, they're hungry. They're hungry. You know, and I'm just, you know, trying to continue to motivate them so that we can gel. When you add 6 new players to a team, that's a totally different team. And so, you know, we might not be where we want to be when we start the season, but by the new year, we gonna be right where we want to be.
Got you. What are some challenges, if you think y'all have faced any challenges, since y'all lost the DCIAA Girls Player of the Year, Tara Cousins, but not just Cousins, Ed May Brown, the graduation as well. So, like, what are some challenges you think y'all may face? Because they was like 2 really dynamic duo, very offensive productive and defensive productive, vocal leaders as well. So, like, you losing a lot. So, like, you think you'll face any challenges?
Absolutely. The challenges that I face is that I'm having to select and push players into positions that they're not used to. And so anytime you're doing something for the first time, you know, it's a sense of uncomfortability. Am I doing the right thing for coach? You know, and, you know, just having a lot of pieces, just trying to find the right mix.
Gotcha.
You know, I got some unique, I got, you know, 2 lefties, you know, so that brings a different mix.
Gotcha.
You know, but the challenge is to get those that are still here to step up. You know, I got to replace 80% of my scoring.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
And, you know, I have some players that are ready. And they're poised, and I believe that I'm going to put them in the right position, and they're gonna shock some people in the DCI level.
You do have poised players. You do. I'm gonna snap that. Your players are poised. Speaking of players, who are some players that should be making an impact for you all?
Elena Orton.
Sophomore this year.
Absolutely, she's a sophomore. She played a key role in the Dunbar game. I'm moving her from the post. She's going to guard. She's going to be guard.
Okay.
Dakota Ennis.
Another sophomore.
Absolutely. Courtney White. She's going to play a significant role this year. She's gotten in a lot better shape. She was committed to working on some things over the summer. And so she's going to be a factor. I also have an incoming freshman. She played at Deal. She's done a lot of great things over Deal, winning championships. Her name is Soleil Kennedy. She's going to come in and do a lot of great things for us. So that was just a few players, but I think I have probably my deepest team in terms of depth.
Got you.
And so what that does is that makes people, you know, okay, I got somebody over my shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, so I got to go out there and do it. And I didn't always have that luxury, the last couple of years, to be able to look down the bench, to be able to pull somebody out of the game and talk to them and then reinsert them in the game. That's going to be huge for us this year.
Got you. Any under the radar players that should make some noise that nobody know about, but they will make some noise most definitely?
Deborah Okichua.
Got you. Deborah Okichua. Got you. Before we found out about the transfer situation, people had y'all as favorites. So now once we find out about the transfer situations, y'all back to contenders. How you feel about that?
I don't mind. I always feel like I'm the underdog, just simply because I'm one of a few females in this league. So I always feel like, we're the underdog at some point. Because people put Wilson on a pedestal so high. Our players come in here and work hard, just like everybody else. But again, we're uptown. We have a different kind of student athlete. Here, I put academics on the highest regard.
Yep, you said that last year.
And it hasn't changed. But I don't mind being the underdog. I definitely don't mind.
I feel as though y'all the underdogs though this year, and which could be a good thing. Which could be a good thing, because like you said, they sleeping on y'all, so that could be a most definitely good thing. Do you think the Lady Tigers could make a deep state playoff run as well?
At this point, it remains to be seen. I have to see this group flourish.
Gotcha.
The States is a big tournament. A lot of the best in the area in that. And it's really going to depend on how this team grows throughout the year and how much confidence they get. And I can guarantee you that I have so many different people on this schedule this year. I got Carl, from different leagues. And so they're going to be playing against them. So those are going to be some of the same teams that we face. And so if they can go out and execute and do what the plan is, then we're going to shock some teams. I would just say that. I could just use the word as shock.
Got you. One word for the DCIAA about the Wilson Lady Tigers.
When we step in the building, we're going to compete.
Got you. Thank you, Coach. Could you shout out Who's Mizzou Network before you get up out of here?
The greatest local network is Who's Mizzou Network.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that.
Just be patient. Be patient, y'all, all right? All right, just keep communicating, but be respectful, all right? Okay?
Hey, wait on that screen.
Way to step in. I know you hadn't got the rep,
all right,
but keep working hard, all right?
Wait on that screen to make sure you...
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I have here?
Elena Houghton, class of 2022, guard/forward.
Got you. Let me just start off saying this, Ms. Houghton. Last year, as a freshman playing varsity basketball, you most definitely made an impact and made big contributions to the Lady Tigers last year. That's from the network to you. You feel me? So what are some things you worked on in the off-season to improve your game?
Last year I was really a post, always in the paint. This year I'm moving more to the guard spot, so I got my shots up, my dribbling got a lot faster, and also working on my feet on defense to stay up with some of the faster guards in this league.
Got you. What you think your role is on the team? You one of the returning starters. Well, even though you're still young, but you one of the returning players here. So what do you think your role is on the team?
I definitely have to take more leadership roles this season, and my position has changed. Last year I was probably the fourth option in the offense. Now I'm either first or second, so I gotta step up and make the big shots in the games.
Got you. You said make big shots, playing big games. Speaking of big games, how did the loss in the championship last year have an effect on you and your team?
It's just pure motivation to us. It's just driving our fuel to win this year, and we're ready to show people what we're about.
Got you. Any teams or specific players you looking forward to playing against this year?
Of course, Dunbar. We want to beat them this year, but every team, we got a tough schedule this year. We're out the gate with 3 private schools that are in the top of their league, so we're looking forward to playing them too.
Got you. I'm looking forward to y'all competing against those 3 private schools, because most definitely y'all may see them first round in the States.
Yeah.
If y'all make the States. So yeah, I most definitely feel you. What steps will be taken to get back to that championship game and raise that trophy in the sky, man?
We're trying to build up our team chemistry this year. We got a lot of new players, only 6 returning players this year, and we're trying to get back to the basics, get our skills up so we can become an overall much better team than last year.
Got you. You said, what are some things y'all did over the off season or like conditioning to like build chemistry and camaraderie?
I mean, we were in the weight room all the time. We were running on the track, just building, working out together. It really brings the team together.
Got you. What are your individual goals this year?
I'm trying to score 15 a game and just really bring my rebounding up, but just really win.
Gotcha.
I'm all about winning. If the team wins, I win.
Got you. I like that answer. One time before we get up out of here, could you shout out Who's Mizzou Network?
Shout out Who's Mizzou Network.
And they get no rebounds.
No rebound. Green on 3. 1, 2, 3. Green.
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I have the honor of speaking with today?
Associate head coach Derek Campbell.
Got you. Coach Campbell, you was on you just about your 6th year on here at Wilson. You know, speak about your whole experience here, man.
It's been a great one. Came from Bishop Ireton coaching girls for the last 6 years and came aboard with our coach in 2012, I believe. It's been a great experience. We won the championship in 2016. We have great groups. We've been at the championship the last 6 years straight. So we only won it the one time, but we have a group of girls who can get back there if we need to.
Got you. Y'all won it in 2016. Y'all lost it last year. What type of impact that had on you and your team?
Oh, it hurt. The kind of game we played, it went down to the wire in that, but it gave us motivation to come back this year and want to get it done.
Got you. Speak about your coaching philosophy and your coaching style.
I'm a defensive guy. I like the girls to get at it once in a while. I want to be man-to-man from the very beginning. I started coaching boys early on at Bishop McNamara for the first 15 years, and I switched over to girls to Bishop Ireton the last 10. I've been here the last 6.
Got you.
So I had a lot of coaching experience, coaching boys and girls. It's been a better thing for me in terms of how I coach the style. But we play up-tempo. We have a group of girls that can get it done this year, I believe.
Got you. Quick question. What's the difference from coaching boys and coaching girls?
Athleticism.
Got you.
Boys can put the ball on the floor anytime they want. Girls are below the rim game. So you got to learn how to do both. So
That's a great answer. That's a great
The coach in terms of different aspects, they're a little more athletic.
Got you. You all lost the DCIAA Player of the Year last year. Y'all also lost Ed May Brown, all-purpose player, to graduation.
You want to say what it hurts, huh?
Yeah. So like, about 80% of y'all offensive production is gone now. So like, what's the approach? Do you think that will affect you all later on down the road? Or like, you think y'all can overcome that challenge? Because that is a challenge.
Well, it's a process. We have a group of girls that want to step up. Now I'm just trying to find a shooter in this. We have a group of girls that came back, and now it's trying to find who's going to break out of their shell. And I think Elena will break out of this shell as well as Courtney.
Got you.
But we got a group of young kids, so we see what they do this year.
Got you. Elena most definitely impressed me as a freshman last year. Dakota also impressed me last year, and I just told Courtney, once she get the dominant mindset, it's over. Can nobody stop you?
We just tell them the same thing. We tell them the ball goes in, it doesn't come back out. We call it the black hole. You get the ball inside, do not throw the ball back out. And we got some good girls on the perimeter. Dakota and Elena are our shooters this year, as well as Joyce and Yasmin. So we should be good thing this year. We'll see.
Got you. How you feel about the girls basketball in the DCIAA?
Getting better.
It is.
Getting better, a lot better. Athleticism is getting better, and the kind of kids that used to go to the private schools now are staying home with us.
Got you. It is getting better because normally in the DCIAA with girls basketball, you may have one dominant team, maybe 2 teams fighting for the title. But last year, I want to say it was 4 contenders, yes, maybe 5. You could throw Banneker in there too. Easton, Anna, Yard, Dunbar, Banneker.
Yes, it was.
So it's most definitely some purdy coming along.
It is this year. No game we can take for granted this year. Everybody has to play. They come in and play every game. As opposed to we could take games off last year when teams were not as good as us or the talent level wasn't good as us. But this year, that can't happen that way. You don't come to play this year, you get your head handed to you for sure.
Got you. Speak about how y'all get y'all players to lock in mentally. You know, people got certain stigmas with certain schools. So like, how you get your players to lock in? Cause last year y'all went over to Anacostia, beat them with young players. Y'all beat Dunbar at Dunbar, hostile environment. How do you get like your players to like lock in mentally and like exit all the outside noise or whatever the critics had to say about them in their type of school? How you get them to not focus on that and lock in?
It's a continuous process. It's nothing we can do overnight. It's something we build on every day in here. We practice it every day and talk about what we need to do and the goals we need to set for ourselves and the goals we need to set as players. Sometimes we get caught up and they don't set goals for themselves. It's just team goals, but they have individual goals. How are we going to do it to certain teams? How they're going to play against certain teams? So it's a process we have to get down early.
Got you. What steps will the Wilson Lady Tigers have to take to get back to the DCIAA championship game and win?
Focus. Focus. Stay true to what you know. Stay true to what your teammates play for.
Got you. Thank you, Coach. Pleasure speaking with you. One time before we get up out of here, could you shout out Who's Mizzou Network? Who's Mizzou Network?
Oh, my gosh, I'm trying to put that in the focus. I can't.
Who's Mizzou
You,
Network?
partner.
Thank you, Coach.
I appreciate
Thank you.
A lot of energy. I love it. I love it. We just got to keep building on that, all right? We got to keep building on that.
Good job,
but everybody is pushing everybody. Everybody is pushing everybody. We're going to compete with 12 of us. All right?
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I have here?
Soleil Kennedy, class of 2023, small forward.
Got you. Miss Kennedy, you a freshman. Got you. Well, what do you think your role is on the team here?
My role is
And what you bring to the table?
my role is to rebound, to put the ball back up, to score, and help my teammates be there for them.
Got you. How you liking your new team? You know, this your first year on varsity basketball. You went to Deal? Got you. So it's a feeder school. So how you liking your new teammates and your new team?
Some of the girls I've already played with in middle school, and I get to see them again, play with them again. And the girls I've just met, I like them. They pass the ball. They help me out when I need it. They're there for me.
Got you. What would you say your strongest? What is the strongest aspect of your game?
Probably rebounding and shooting the ball.
Got you. What are some things you worked on in the summertime to improve your game?
I did a lot of conditioning. I worked with different trainers. I played AAU. I participated in junior NBA.
What was that experience like with the junior NBA?
I actually liked it a lot. I got to play a lot. I met some new girls, and we made it to the championship and we lost.
Got you. I want to say some of them junior NBA games was on TV too. I'm not sure, but I think so. That's a good exposure and experience as well. What are your team goals and individual goals this year?
My individual goals are to get better at the sport, and our team goal is to finish with the regular season, make it to the playoffs, try to win the championship, and make it to the states.
Got you. As you know, the Wilson Lady Tigers made it to the championship last year. They lost to the Dunbar Lady Crescent Tide. How do you feel about that? You knew on the runner-up team. How do you feel about that? What's your approach on that?
My approach, well, we have to come in and practice hard because you practice how you play, and we have to get a lot of effort. And I know they lost, so it kind of hurts. So we're going to come back this year. I want to help them try to win.
Got you.
And make the championship.
Got you. What steps you all will have to take to get back to the championship and win?
Again, we need to come to practice with all the effort, and we need to bring her all to the court, not on joke time, because we need to execute.
Got you. Is there any teams or players you're looking forward to playing against?
They lost to Dunbar, and I heard they're pretty good, so I really want to play them. Yeah.
Got you. You're a freshman. Getting an interview, the coach, shouted you out to, put you on here. So I'm looking forward to seeing big things out of you, Miss Kennedy. Not too many freshmen, grace the camera on the team preview preseason. So they hyping you up. The Who's Mizzou Network is looking forward to, you doing big things. One time before we get up out of here, could you shout out Who's Mizzou Network?
Shout out to Who's Mizzou Network.
Thank you. We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I have here?
I'm Courtney White. I'm a center, and I'm class of 2021.
Got you. Miss White, what is your role here for the Lady Tigers?
I'm the post player, kind of the big presence in the paint. I'm also the captain, so I'm here to take leadership roles, step in, make sure everybody's comfortable, and we're playing as a team.
Got you. How you feel to be one of the team leaders and you're a team captain?
I feel good. I feel like it's something new, but I feel like I can do it, and I'm ready to do it.
Got you. So we just gonna go back to last year, championship, DCIAA championship game. You all took the defeat. What type of impact that had on you and your teammates?
It was really rough. But we are coming back now, and we have a different team, but we're focusing on getting this identity so that we can work back to the championship this year.
Got you. What's that identity?
Team that works hard, always going to compete no matter what.
Got you. What are y'all team goals and individual goals you have for yourself?
Team goals, we want to win 15 plus games. We want to play as a family, as a team, work hard. For myself, first team, average 12 points a game, or if not higher, 10 rebounds, and just be an all-around leader for the team.
Got you. Any teams or players you're looking forward to playing this year?
busy like competitive schedule in the beginning. Georgetown Visitation, Sidwell, Murray. I'm excited to play them, see what we can do for the beginning of the season.
Got you. What did you work on over the summer to improve your game for this year?
I actually had a really good summer. Worked on a lot of like being more aggressive, being more vocal with what I want in the paint, being able to get the ball and do the certain moves that I need to.
Got you. What's the difference from Courtney White last year and Courtney White this year?
Courtney White this year, she's more independent and she's gonna be ready this year than she was last year.
Got you. This is something I want to tell you, Courtney. They can't stop you for real. They can't stop you.
Right.
So once you get in your mind that you can dominate them, then that's what's going to happen. They really can't stop you. If you a dominant force on the inside, Wilson Lady Tigers will be hard to stop. Trust me. Wilson Lady Tigers will be hard to stop. If you control the paint and dominate, you all will be hard to stop. What steps you think y'all got to take to get back to the championship game and win?
We just got to work really hard. Like I said, we got a new team. We have a really young team, but you know that doesn't mean anything. I feel like we got a lot of heart. So as long as we keep the heart and the desire for the game, we're gonna come out on top.
Gotcha. I'm looking for big things from you, Miss White. One time before we get up out of here, could you shout out Who's Mizzou Network?
Shout out Who's Mizzou Network.
Thank you.
Two more practices this week. Next week, 4 practices, and we on. All right?
That's gonna be
okay,
on.
we on. All right? We're going to review the plays we went through today, and we're introducing a new play tomorrow. That's why you guys, it's going fast. It's going fast. We didn't went slow too long, but I'm happy where we are. Y'all gave a lot of effort today. You should be proud of yourselves. All right? Go ahead, Courtney, finish, and then after we finish, tell somebody they did something good, whatever they did good today.
God is strength, God is strength, God is power.
God is power.
Give us strength,
Give us strength.
throughout the hour.
Throughout the hour.
All for one,
All for one.
one for all.
One for all.
One team,
One dream.
Lady Tigers on 3, family on 6. What